Have you ever wondered where all the plastic waste you use has been going to? This is only part of the overall pollution factor. Others include paper, non-renewable or inefficient energy usage, and air pollution. More than 35 billion barrels of oil are used up every year based on the information we have gathered. We only have around 47 years left before we run out of oil in the entire world. From the moment you wake up, you have the opportunity to make a difference. Let's look at how you can make a difference in all this by doing simple everyday tasks. For our English term project, we have decided to explain changes through a topic the whole world is fighting for, but apparently not enough.
All of our litter and plastic waste piles up in landfill sites, in the ocean, and in the streets, destroying the environment and polluting. Statistics shows that 93% of paper are all made of trees. Acres of wood are being cut down and made into sheets of paper that aren't even reusable. Lastly is air pollution. It contributes to nearly 12% of deaths every year globally, and the most well-known pollution is from cars and different types of vehicles, as they are the main contributors to our society. We want to show you how the world is changing in a detrimental way, but also becoming more eco-friendly than the past, and how you can do that as well.
Plastic is now a common element in our lives thanks to its use in consumer goods, cosmetic ingredients, fabrics, and product packaging. Then again, why should it matter if you use a plastic straw or not? Let me lay out the details. One of the main sources of ocean pollution is plastic straws. Every year, between 140 and 370 million kilograms of plastic garbage is dumped into Malaysian waters. Every day, 30 million plastic straws are used in Malaysia. Straws are a major fact in the prediction that by 2050, there will be more plastic in the ocean than fish. This is due to the fact that most plastic straws are too light to be recycled. When recyclables enter a facility, they pass through a number of mechanical sorting screens and conveyor belts. Glass and paper are separated using these sorting screens, as is paper and plastic, and so on. Straws, on the other hand, are too small to be separated, so they either end up in landfills or contaminate recycling loads. It takes a straw 500 years to degrade. As they continue to degrade over time into microplastics, which are essentially particles of plastic less than 5 millimeters in length, it is having a detrimental effect on animals. They are dangerous to wildlife because they can resemble food and they leach harmful chemicals. The small bits can cause blockages in the digestive system of animals, potentially killing them. Nowadays, metal has become more frequently used in the substitution of straws. So then we decide to make environmental friendly moves. It has a real impact. Ultimately, our oceans are living, breathing things, and everyone must play a part in their well-being down to the last straw.
It's not bad though.
What do you think you are doing?
Drinking monster? Stop it!
This is how the turtle feels.
I can still breathe.
Use this instead.
Sure. After filling up your cart and moving to the front of the supermarket line, you find yourself faced with yet another decision. What kind of bag to use? It may seem obvious that plastic is terrible for the environment if you've seen pictures of plastic bags littering the ocean. How come though? Paper versus plastic is a straightforward decision with significant environmental repercussions, and it can be difficult to determine which one has smaller impact. Because plastic bags are so prevalent in daily life, it can be simple to ignore the harm they created. Although the post-use impact makes up less than half of a bag's total environmental impact, it is also the aspect of the bag's life that consumers can most readily change. 60% of the bag's environmental impact occurs before you even put our groceries in them. If you have a drawer full of plastic bags, we use that instead of opting for a tote bag. Using a tote bag is simply the most sturdy option, but its purpose would be equal to that of a plastic bag if you just use it again and again. I hope you need more.
time you have ordered a takeaway food, you may have discovered that it already included an unexpected addition, which is a disposable cutlery. If you are not home and they need a mean to consume food, they may be useful for you, but let me tell you the full story of the piece of plastic. Since the original name implies the plastic utensils are disposable, they typically wind up in bin where they are transported to either be on land for decades or burn, both of which cause the environmental impact by releasing too much of methane and carbon dioxide emission into the environment. These gases will never combine to form the greenhouse effect, which raises the ambient temperature by forming a layer of air that reflects it. For regular meals, most homes utilize metal cutlery, but let's start incorporating them into something you can't take out outside of the house. It's like fork, straw, and spoon and knife are all included in a handy box for all our takeaway needs. Small things do matter, so always practice loving and respect our planet.
Okay guys, let's order.
Do you think they will provide us factories?
Don't worry. Oh, I got my own metal cutlery. Oh! Okay, that's right. Out to me. Out to me.
Being an energy-hungry species, we tend to focus on things like more fuel, cutting-edge technology, and increased energy effectiveness when trying to fulfill tomorrow's demands. Energy waste is a serious issue that is not just related to food. Due to inefficiencies, more than half of the energy we create is lost. Some can't be prevented because of our annoying friend entropy, but many others can. Heat is emitted by everything, including light bulbs and power plants, although it is mostly ineffective. What then can we do? Numerous things, but here are a few suggestions. The conversion of waste heat from vehicles and power plants into energy is a topic of engineering research. Additionally, if we're going to keep disposing of things, we should capture landfill gas and convert it back into useful energy. Make structures smarter so they can use energy where and when it is needed. Of course, dim the lights when we don't need them.
I'm really bored. We should do something. Let's watch a scary movie.
What about Annabelle?
Okay.
Wait, let's make it scarier.
I know what to do.
What?
What is going on? Oh my.
That's my job. NANI?!
Why don't we just leave scaring people with lights to the ghosts and not leave them on where we don't need them, yeah? Anyways, let's move on to our last segment.
Earth has gone through a plethora of changes that are leaving us, the younger generation, to clean up the mess. We need to step up or no one else will. In the past, we did not have such inventions be so popularized that we can get as easily as we do now. Let's save our money and save our planet. Thank you.